Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. We past the norm, Norman. Like you're
What up, though? It's that nigga, my man. We about to react to sudden shootouts, 5 fatal live streams, number 8, on Tragedy Tales. I seen it. I was like, it looked interesting. We about to go ahead and get into it, even though it's on the lines of negativity. We gotta see what these are about. It say shootouts, but from what he was just explaining, it was other things too.
From the climber that made one too many mistakes to the man who suddenly died, all on the stream. As usual, we've got entries from all across the world that are guaranteed to leave you in shock. So strap in, draw the curtains, and let's get right
So I put Dennis shit. I put Dennis shit in 922. Then I put in James shit 827. I put in Darius shit 16. I'll play your shit regardless every day. It's going in regardless. That's why I keep catching the repeat.
All of us are capable of biting off more than we can chew, tempting fate, risking it for the biscuit in hopes that what we're doing pays off in our favour. We're only human, however, in this stream, it wasn't worth risking it, and the consequences, they were deadly.
I remember that video. That particular video right there with the guy, I believe that was in Chicago. I seen that one.
Illinois, on the 2nd of April, 2016. That day, it was like any other for the residents of Chicago.
10 years ago.
The neighborhoods and streets filled with the usual hustle and bustle, everyday folks, as they usually do in these kind of stories. However, traveling across Chicago that day was a 31-year-old man by the name of Brian Fields. Brian was a resident of the east side of Chicago and was on his way to his childhood neighborhood. Apparently, Brian was a member of an opposing gang and was visiting his old neighborhood to prove a point, to prove that he was the Mother G. Brian had actually been convicted of murder in 2009. He'd done his time, but he was well known on these streets. Along with him was a couple of friends for backup, all armed, just in case something was to occur. When Brian arrived at his old neighborhood, he then went live on Facebook, showing his friends, as well as rival gang members, where he was and what he was doing. Literally, the only reason he went there that day was to prove a point, simply to tell everyone who was watching and everyone else.
And what the narrator is saying is very true, man. Ego, pride, you know, to represent like this, nigga. I'm from here, you know. You can't keep me from here, and it's a stupid mentality from on both ends of the spectrum. The person that's shooting a motherfucker and the person that's going to get shot. Like you setting yourself up.
That he was there, he was brave and strong. So strong, in fact, that he could chill in a rivals group neighborhood without any opposition. On stream, you can see Brian walking down the street with his friend walking behind. Brian makes a joke that there's nowhere to duck and cover.
And it look like they on the phone too, so ain't nobody awareness of.
Ironically, just seconds after this, all of a sudden, gunfire opens up at the group of people, all captured on live stream.
Duck and hide for cover, and he joking about it, but seriously, niggas stayed right up the street, and they pulled up in that car. Looked like whatever car that was. It looked like a Intrepid for a second. Hold on, let me see. Or Chrysler of some sort. You can't really catch it. It's gonna go back too far if I press the button. Like right here. That's a Ford Fusion. They pulled up in a black Ford Fusion.
Multiple gunshots rang out, and the phone
and they even got
Facebook dropped to the floor.
Even got his face. This nigga, whoever the guy was, they somewhat got his face right there.
Gunshots rang out, and
why they adding these fucking effects?
Into Facebook,
I was trying to see the face.
Dropped to the floor, showing a brutal firefight. camera, someone stepped over Brian, and multiple news sources reported this to be the shooter. However, to me, and looking at other sources online, this looks to be his friend returning fire.
Yeah.
In all
That
chaos,
definitely was
it
the
reported
friend because obviously where the stop sign at, that's the corner they was at. And that looked like the person that was in the background earlier. Let's see where we at. We at 4-minute mark. So we can go back to the store. And they showed. I seen a white and black hoodie. So it might not be the same person.
corner of 56th Street.
Because they on the corner. The stop sign immediately on the opposite side of where he's
just
standing.
seconds after this, all of a sudden, gunfire opens up at the group of people. All captured
It say a
on live
group of
stream.
people. I only see one person. Okay. All right, dude coming out the store. Somebody came out. Okay. Yeah, somebody in the car was shooting.
Multiple gunshots rang out, and the phone still streaming to Facebook dropped to the floor, showing a brutal firefight.
Okay. Yeah, see the black arms and the white and the red. That's somebody else that probably was with a squad.
On camera, someone stepped over other sources online. This looks to be his friend. Brian suffered multiple gunshot wounds, one notably right in the face.
Take him to the hospital, yeah. Lloyd. And this is a dangerous, stupid game, bro. You know, game culture and, you know, just stupidity in general, bro. Like, that's why I don't like the music talking about that shit. You know, because this is the results of it. This the reality behind it. You feel me? Yeah, that's sad. Horrific
Police and
scene.
paramedics flooded the scene, but by then, the shooter was long gone.
Yeah, he obviously
A manhunt was launched, and Brian was rushed to hospital in critical condition.
where he was
Amazingly,
later pronounced-
despite all the odds, he survived.
Oh, he survived. Okay.
While his shooter was never caught,
Oh, he survived.
Brian eventually
Okay.
made a full recovery,
All right.
leaving the hospital a few weeks later.
Okay.
But you guys are watching
I
a-
thought he passed away, so that's what's up, though. At least he made it, man. Yeah. Yeah, from that video the niggas done seen years ago of the dude shot on live stream. Y'all remember that shit?
Man, it was a few, no.
This one. The dude lost.
After this, all of a sudden, gunfire opens up at the group of people.
Yeah,
All
this shit
captured.
old as hell. This shit 10 years old.
I remember this too.
Yeah.
Pipe it up. I sleep so they pop the stove back open for the kids.
Damn.
Multiple gunshots rang out, and the phone still streaming to Facebook dropped to the floor, showing
That
a
wasn't
brutal
them.
firefight.
That was one of the people that was with him.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, he did survive, though. Yeah.
Went out of the blue, eventually made a full recovery,
Full recovery.
leaving the hospital a few weeks later.
But this what niggas
But you
going
guys
for.
are watching a fatal live stream video. In a gas station in Chicago with his friend, when out of the blue, a man approached the vehicle and gunned them both down in cold blood. Tragically, both were killed on the spot. It seems that Brian was unable to escape his horrible fate.
Oh
He
wait,
was
oh
found
so
in
he
a
ended
gas
he
weeks
still
later.
ended up getting caught up after a full
But you guys are
recovery.
watching a fatal live
did
stream
again.
video.
Yeah.
7 months later, on October
7 months
28th,
later.
Brian was again sitting in his car in a gas station in Chicago with his friend.
Sitting in the
When
car
out
at
of
the
the
gas
blue,
station.
a man approached the vehicle and gunned them both down in cold blood. Tragically, both were killed on the spot. It seems that Brian was unable to escape his horrible fate. another manhunt was deployed for this shooter, who was eventually identified as 19-year-old Lorenzo Parrish. Following a jury trial in 2023, Lorenzo Parrish was convicted of 2 first-degree murder charges and sentenced to life in prison, taking one gang shooter off the streets for good.
Okay.
Chicago is home to 2.7 million people,
So, that's
it's
crazy.
a huge city. In 2025, those smaller
You
cities
survive
like
that shit, then stay in the streets and still get killed. So this is a revolving door type thing, you know, motherfucker. Just recycling the same shit every fucking generation. That's why I don't listen to the negative rap where niggas talk about negative shit all day. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't look at action movies with motherfuckers busting niggas' heads all day. I don't watch that shit. Like, I don't glorify it. If I do watch it, I don't glorify it. Some of y'all just glorify it and y'all act like y'all want to live a fucking lifestyle that's not you. But let's get back into this.
Louis or Baltimore or Detroit actually have it worse, Chicago still holds the highest murder rate among cities with over 1 million people. While of course in Chicago there are safe parts, or else that man wouldn't sing about it, like with any big cities, there are parts that you just shouldn't go alone at night.
Facts.
Brian's case is a tragic reminder that gang crime and gangs in general are just nonsense.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazingly,
Right,
Brian got a
facts.
second chance. Sadly, however, in Chicago's gang wars, second chances don't last forever.
And that's crazy. That happened 10 years ago. 2016.
Next up, we've got a live stream that's just so sad and so shocking, I suggest all patrons to look away. This stream begins on what seemed like an ordinary morning in Kazan, Russia, on the 23rd of March, 2017.
Okay.
That day, a 22-year-old by the name of Sitora Baratova climbed into a small Daewoo Matiz, ready for a day at work. She started the engine and eventually merged onto the Rafer-Korbash highway a few miles away from her home. This is when she made the decision that millions of young people make every single day.
Text.
She decided to reach for her phone and start a stream.
Oh,
Sitora
streaming.
opened Russia's version of Facebook and went live to her friends and family.
Okay. I mean, this is my thing about the streaming and driving thing. It's cool if you streaming and you're not looking at the screen. You paying attention to the road. You still discussing whatever fucking topic you want to talk about while you're driving, but still focus on the road and other drivers. Like, let's look at this.
A young woman had only been driving for 6 months, but like most new drivers, she'd already grown quite comfortable behind the wheel, perhaps too comfortable. The stream begins and it shows Sitora driving the car. She was in good spirits and was excited to show her morning commute to her friends. With her phone propped up on the dashboard, all on stream, she interacts with viewers while speeding on the highway. The radio was playing in the background and she began singing along to the music, bright and carefree. She then says, "What are you guys up to? Where are you guys going?" She seemed happy, relaxed, and completely unaware that something
I
was
think
about
I've
to
seen
go
this video
horribly
before
hot.
or something similar to it, because there's a lot of dummies that just drive streaming and shit and not paying attention to the fucking road, and the shit flips. It's usually a flip too. It don't usually just be like a crash. Except that black lady that smacked into the back of somebody's shit while doing it. Oh no, she's speeding. You can hear the engine. I can hear your engine. You looking at the screen? That would have been my comment. Pay a fucking attention. That's what I would have put in the comment section.
That day, the highway was busy, filled with commuters, trucks, and buses, all traveling in opposite directions. On stream, Sitora could be seen singing, occasionally looking at the camera, and quickly reading comments and responding to her viewers. Then, for just 2 seconds, she looks at her screen, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
The second she looked down, her car veered into the dirt shoulder.
Dumbass.
Thinking she was about to crash into a field, she yanked on the wheel and overcorrected, bringing her straight in the path of a passenger bus.
You see it showed it.
Well, they're gonna show. They showed him. Well, this the video. They just broke
Overcorrected,
down what happened.
bringing her straight in the
Like
path
that.
of a passenger bus.
But she-
That's what happened.
Yeah, but You know, she started looking at her phone up there, and this was not paying the fuck attention. And that was the end. We only, yeah.
A violent, sickening crunch exploded through the audio, the unmistakable sound of metal crushing metal.
Mm-hmm.
The phone tumbled and the camera spinned wildly, and then, poof.
Nothing.
Just like that, the stream ended.
Mm-hmm.
The bus just had no time to react.
Facts.
It collided with Satoru's Daewoo, crushing it into pieces.
Daewoo too? Oh yeah, them.
The tiny car
little
just
cars.
didn't
Your
stand
phone
a
ringing,
chance
bro.
against the much, much larger vehicle. By the time ambulances arrived at the scene, Satoru was already dead.
Yeah.
Her passenger side door was impacted, crushing her in the driver's seat. Video captured by passerbys showed the seconds after the crash.
This definitely a story they need to put in the motherfucking, classes. Like, don't fucking text and drive, bro. Don't stream and drive. Don't anything that can have your attention away from danger, because like you driving a car going 70, 80 miles per hour, you're on the fucking freeway, on the freeway, and you're looking at a screen occasionally. You can't do that. Like that's fucking retarded.
And the scene is just...
Damn, look at it. This ain't even a freeway that they saying. This ain't even a freeway. Whatever fucking road this is. It's just a straight road. So you gotta really fucking pay attention. And it ain't even a line separating y'all, really. Motherfuckers gotta be on their P's and Q's. See? God rest her soul, but it was her fault. It was completely avoidable. Let me see about the other one. Was the other one completely avoidable? Yeah, my man's going to the motherfucking hood. That was fucking completely avoidable. Hang with the wrong crowd. That was completely avoidable. But hey.
See, with her head over the window, the live stream had captured everything.
Yeah.
From Satoru's cheerful greeting to the moment of impact. Her friend that were watching the stream that morning just couldn't believe what they just witnessed. They hoped and prayed that she was okay.
They learned a valuable lesson that day. Don't fucking drive and text at all.
But, as you know, sometimes life isn't that kind. The stream of her crashing went viral almost immediately.
Hell yeah,
Within hours, it had spread across the globe. Soon, hundreds of thousands of people watched her final moments.
She got what she wanted.
And now you have as well.
Fame.
Satoru's story became a cautionary tale. Her name became synonymous with the deadly consequences of looking at your phone while behind the wheel, even if it's literally just 2 seconds.
That's all it takes.
Satoru was 22 years old and had her entire life ahead of her. She had decades of experience, relationships, moments of joy to have, but all of that was stolen in a fraction of a second, all because she wanted to do a stream.
Facts. And
Was
the
it worth
accountability
it?
for that.
Was those few minutes?
The accountability for that is real life. That's the difference, Women can fuck up a lot and try to not be accountable for it. But this one of them motherfucking things, you gon' if you fuck up, you gonna die. Plain and simple. So why the fuck would you want to drive and be distracted anyways? Like, it never made sense to me.
Connection, those comments, and those views worth trading her entire future for. Well, I'm almost 100% sure it
That nigga
wasn't.
first step was nasty.
So,
That's
the
why we
next time
said
you
it.
attempted to check a notification while driving, remember Satoru Baratova. Remember the redhead girl that was singing along to the radio. And remember how it took her just 2 seconds to lose her life.
2 seconds. It was avoidable. That was avoidable.
This shocking live stream began in El Capitan in Yosemite National Park in California on the 1st of October 2025. El Capitan is a granite monolith about 3,000 feet from base to summit, more than twice the height of the Empire State Building. Climbing this is no joke and not to be underestimated. El Capitan is considered one of the most challenging and revered rock climbs in the world, where even experienced climbers typically spend multiple days on the sheer vertical face, sleeping in tents suspended thousands of feet
hold on,
and
what the fuck?
more than twice the height of the Empire State Building. Climbing this is no joke and not to be underestimated.
Hell no.
El Capitan is considered one of the most challenging and revered rock climbs in the world, where even
My thing is like, why the fuck would you want to rock climb anyways? It just do what you want to do, but it's stupid. It's stupid. I feel like you're not in enough danger in life, and you just like, fuck it. Let me put myself in danger. I won't go to the hood though, but let me put myself in danger. I will lock my car's door when I see black people, but let's go.
experienced climbers typically spend multiple days on the sheer vertical face, sleeping in tents suspended thousands of feet up into the air. Traversing to the summit can take 3 to 5 days, and then you have to get back down again. Throughout this, just one mistake, just one moment of carelessness, and it's likely all over. But that day, the stream started, and it showed a 23-year-old man climbing El Capitan by the name of Barlin Scott Miller.
Okay.
Barlin was an American climber known for solo ascents in Patagonia, Canada, and Alaska. Among other achievements, he was the first person to solo climb the Slovak direct route in Denali in Alaska, and Barlin had his own TikTok where he'd often live stream his climbs, attracting huge audiences.
So this more recent. This TikTok.
That watched his nail-biting content in awe. At just 23 years old, Barlin had been climbing since he was 3. So he was an extremely good climber, and he was extremely passionate about it. He was known in the climbing community not just for his skill, but for his distinctive style. He often climbed with glitter painted across his cheeks, which he calls his war paint, before heading into battle with the mountain.
Okay.
On the 1st of October 2025, Barlin was streaming his climb on TikTok.
Damn.
Now on day 6 of being en route. On stream, recorded by a telescope below, Barlin could be seen at the top of a big wall.
Okay.
While this is of course very difficult, Barlin's experience made it look like a doddle.
Okay.
According to viewers online, they state that he made it to the top, and this is when he realised that his haul bag was caught just feet below him in the ropes. It was caught just a short distance away from the last haul. You can see the bag isn't stuck very far below him, and so Barlin rappelled down to grab it. He lowered himself down and extended his rope out, but his rope was unable to reach to pull the bag up. At this stage of the climb, the group was on day 6 of their journey. He was just minutes away from the summit and completing his climb.
All right, Dolo out there, bro. Hello, what up, bro? Yeah, all right. Here I come.
Bro.
Disconnect what?
Fried, bro. Hey, bro, tell me why. And then at the time, right? Exactly. And my brother had to help me get in the fucking house. He had to pick me up or mine. He had to pick me up and help me in the house. Hey, make sure you get you 10 back or mine. Make sure you get you 10 out of back. Super Polar sauces, I was ready. Like, just in case if I drink today, I'm smashing this shit, dog. Because it happened around on the carnival time. That carnival shit, bro. Eating sugar, bro, that going liquor. Man, that shit raised the fucking sugar. I mean, it raised the fucking alcohol even more, bro. Especially when you eat a mango. Oh, man, you be fried, dog. I guts up that the next day. I did not. Yeah, nigga, my supervisor saw it, right? My supervisor
Okay, my
saw
bad. I'm back. So let's continue the video.
Freezing cold, hungry, and near exhaustion. So his decision making may not have been the best. Not really thinking, and failing to check several things that he usually would, he rappelled down to reach the bag, and all on live stream, in front of approximately 300 viewers, completely out of the blue, he becomes free from his rappel. Instantly, he's plunged into his worst nightmare situation. He'd failed to tie a knot to close the system, and unfortunately, he slipped right off the end of the rope.
Damn.
All on live stream, the rope slips through his hands and he violently ricochets down the rock face.
Damn.
Instinctively, he reached out to the haul line hanging off his bag as he fell past it, but he was going too fast and it slipped through his fingers.
Damn.
And that was that. He tumbled down the rock face, falling.
That's why that's the dumbest shit to fucking ever do in your life, bro. Like, why do you want a parachute? Why do you want a bungee jump? Why the fuck you want to rock climb? Because this is the end result. You want to climb buildings without any type of safety equipment. That shit is dumb.
Several hundred feet to his death below, in front of all of his fans watching in shock. Emergency services were alerted, and a rescue helicopter was launched to the area to where he'd fallen. Of course, by the time they reached him, he died from his injuries. His few hundred eager viewers that had been watching his climb for days, eager to watch him reach the summit, were heartbroken to say the least. When climbers are days into an ascent, thousands of feet up into the air and secured only by ropes and carabiners, their fingers go numb and they can barely breathe through the bitter, slicing wind, let alone think straight. A new climber would take their time regardless, knowing each movement could very well be their last. But with experience comes complacency. Veteran climbers can even make mistakes, and sometimes with climbing, you just don't get a second chance.
Yeah, you don't get no second chance, bro. That shit is wild, bro. Like, I wouldn't. Obviously, I'm not doing no shit like that. Most black people aren't doing no shit like that, man. Just going through life dealing with fucking racism is fucking hard enough. Like, why put ourselves through some rigorous bullshit like that just to do it?
Say they were watching the climb as he fell, one going out to say that it wasn't just a single failure. It wasn't like he just rappelled off the end of his rope or failed to tie a knot. In the end, he died like most climbers die. He'd grown way too comfortable with what he was doing and where he was.
Yeah.
He rushed over when he should have taken his time. He thought it was over. He let his guard down.
It wasn't.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
In climbing, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. And tragically for Ballin, like many other people who make the same mistakes, he never got a second chance.
Just to do it in general, you overconfident. Like, nigga, shit, life, I can do anything. And I won't die. Yeah, okay.
Next up, we've got a stream that shocked me to my core. It's a perfect example of to go and live your life to the fullest. Smile, smell those flowers, go on that holiday or that takeaway and enjoy yourself. Because this could be any one of us. With that in mind, this disturbing stream unfolded in Nigeria on Thursday, April the 24th, 2025. That day, a popular TikToker by the name of Disturbing40 went live on TikTok, streaming to all of his fans, friends, and family. Now, Disturbing's real name was Joshua, and his content focused on interacting with viewers, cooking meals on stream, dancing, listening to music, and sharing the love of Nigeria across the world. Joshua lived in Ikorodu, Lagos State, with his wife, Owamunde, who appeared alongside him on most streams. Other than the usual streams of him dancing and having fun, Joshua was a significant voice in the movement of seeking justice for the late Nigerian singer Mohbad. Mohbad died suddenly in September of 2023 at just 27 years old. Before his death, Mohbad had publicly accused his former record label boss Naira Marley and an associate named Sam Larry of assault and death threats. which sparked widespread speculation
That he had
foul
something to
play,
do with it.
leading to protests across Nigeria
Okay.
as well as
I
internationally.
think I heard of this artist, which is
Joshua-
crazy. I think I heard of him. And you say 2023, but it's like it was just some shit that was I watched vaguely. You know what I'm saying? Quickly and forgot about it because obviously we not over there in Africa or whichever part he was at.
Go live on TikTok and talk about the case, keeping people updated and pushing for answers about what happened to Mobad. His streams drew a lot of attention, and he wasn't shy about calling out people who he thought should be held accountable. That day of April the 24th, he went live, and it was his usual stream. Joshua was sat in front of his house while his wife, who was pregnant at the time, cooked that night's dinner inside. Unfortunately, there isn't much of the stream available, so it's unknown what exactly he got up to that day on stream. But what is noteworthy, however, is that he seemed to have a strange glaze over his eyes and face.
Okay.
Something wasn't right. On stream, he goes silent for a second, he stares off into the distance, almost like he felt something horrible was about to occur, and then it does. On stream, broadcast live to fans and friends all across the world, Joshua's face suddenly contorted in a horrifying way. His face pulled to one side, and he let out a blood-curdling noise. His head pulled to the back and to the left, all while making a awful, just terrible noise.
Looked like he might have been poisoned so far. You know, I don't know what the coroner said so far, but let me check. Then they be doing some black magic shit over there too, from what I heard. So I don't know. It could be that. 'Cause it shit look like some drugs.
On camera, it looked like he was suffering a serious seizure.
A seizure.
This seizure continues for 10 plus seconds,
A seizure, okay.
and it's awful. He falls into the camera, still shaking and contorting, before he fell onto the ground and hit his head on a rock.
And died like
His
that.
wife soon found him unresponsive outside, and at this point, there was blood everywhere. His wife called neighbors to help, and they believed that he had fainted, and so they poured cold water all over him. But of course, this had no effect.
Yeah.
Blood was pouring out of his head, and Joshua remained unresponsive,
Okay.
still having a seizure.
And no telling how
He was
many-
rushed to hospital
Okay.
and placed on oxygen. Over the course of the day, Joshua continued to seizure again and again and again, and failed to regain consciousness. Unfortunately, he sadly passed away the following day, leaving behind his pregnant wife.
That's
I
cool.
know what you're all thinking. What caused this? Well, his wife reported that this wasn't the first time that he'd suffered from a seizure.
Oh, okay.
And that he was taking medication for them.
Oh, okay.
His last incident was in February of that year. She said, and I quote, "I have never left him to be by himself because of these seizures. I would have grabbed him when the seizure happened."
Yeah, but you was in there cooking and shit. He out on the porch. And that, yeah, it is what it is, man. Some shit you obviously can't prevent. And that was something she couldn't prevent. You know? So,
Joshua's mother, however, disputed his cause of death, claiming that her son had never suffered a seizure in his entire life and was hale and hearty before the incident. She alleged that his death was a spiritual attack related to his vocal involvement in the
that's what I said. But yeah, that's the type of shit they be believing in over there. So, no telling.
Justice for Morbad campaign, noting that she had received anonymous calls warning for him to stop his advocacy. She said that his death was a spiritual attack. Other people, however, believed that Joshua was taking hard drugs around the time
Hard
of his
drugs.
death, and that he in fact overdosed on stream. But I can't find any proof or hard evidence suggesting this, other than
Yeah.
speculation.
Yeah, that's speculation.
Joshua was laid to rest at his home the same day that he passed away, with members of the Justice for Morbad community, including even Morbad's father, visiting his family and paying their respects. 6 months after his death, his wife took over his TikTok with over 250,000 followers and now just posts videos of her dancing, receiving but a fraction of the viewers her husband once did. But what a shocking and nightmare-inducing stream that I'm sure will stay with me for a long, long time.
Yeah.
How suddenly it can go from just a normal day to one that
Yeah.
leaves a permanent,
Facts.
horrible
And
mark
it's on
is
TV.
crazy.
I mean, not on TV.
And it does make you
On
value
social
life
media.
just that a little bit more. Make the most of it, because this could easily be me or you.
Okay. And that's facts. You know, you never know when shit gonna happen.
Driving distracted is deadly.
Oh yeah, back again
Did you
to
know
another
in
one.
2023,
Driving distracted.
3,275 people were killed in motor vehicle crashes involving distracted drivers
It's like
in just the
250,
United
man.
States alone. So you'd think at this point it would be common knowledge to pay attention to the
To the
road
road.
ahead.
Yeah, it's
To
been
actually
common
look
now.
where you're going. Sadly, however, it seems in this live stream that the host failed to care, and it led to fatal consequences.
Oh man, okay, here we go.
This horrifying stream began on the 3rd of November 2025.
Oh, that. I'm like, why
This
that
time
motherfucker go
in
down?
Chicago.
I gotta turn it
That
off.
day, a 43-year-old woman,
Turn the TV up.
went live on TikTok. Now, Tanisha, who went by the name of Tea Time, was a full-time content creator slash music producer slash author.
Okay.
In November of 2025, she'd recently released her album that I don't recommend you go listening to, but she had gained viral attention.
He
and
said
grew
he
her
don't even
platform
recommend us
from
listening to it.
side
Damn,
chick
that's
winning
fuck.
content on
He
TikTok,
promoted it though.
which aligned with her book series about relationships and controversial dating topics.
I've been a wife, I've been a girlfriend, and I've been a side chick. Out of all those roles, the most peaceful role I've ever had in my life was the side chick.
Like many content creators who turn social
Yeah,
media
that's
into their
controversial.
livelihood, Tanisha regularly went live on TikTok to connect with her viewers. These streams consisted of her rocking out to her own music,
I say,
relaxing and having fun.
wait, let me stop it. That would be that statement she made would be controversial if it was like the early '90s or some shit. But in the 2000s, they start, normalizing the whole culture. So it don't matter that she values being a side chick more than being, a made woman, essentially, a married, taken, took off the streets. She prefers the streets. That's what she was saying. But, hopefully this doesn't end as tragic as most videos.
But what she was best known for was her box hosting sessions. Box hosting sessions is basically where the host will go up and they'll have 8 empty slots and anyone can come up to discuss a topic or argue with her. It creates drama which viewers love to watch. These box hosting sessions always attracted more viewers. People just love being part and parcel of that nice drama and entertainment.
Yeah.
And according to many loyal viewers,
That's a dopamine hit for people. Some people like to argue because it give them a feel in their brain that, it's like a drug. You feel me? Let me argue. Because you'll get the feeling if you argue with a motherfucker and you're into the argument, like you'll feel something in your brain like, oh. Some people love that feeling though.
she acted like she had her own reality show happening 24/7, like she was the main character. However, the stream that day started as they usually did, with Tanisha sitting in front of her phone in her house, again blasting out to what seems to be her own music.
When I open my
Regular viewers soon began appearing in chat, and then the box hosting session began.
Okay.
Now, as I said, Tanisha had recently released some music, so mostly throughout the stream, she's talking about it and plugging it every chance that she got. Viewers come in and out for over an hour without any issues. It was only until 1 hour and 15 minutes into the stream where this all sadly changed. Tanisha looked at the time and noticed that it was time to pick up her child.
Here I come, Mary. I'm finna leave out right now. I'm finna leave out right now.
Okay, this where it picks. Oh man.
Come on, let me go get him. Yeah, I can take him for a minute.
Yeah.
I need y'all help. I gotta go get the baby.
It wasn't necessary to take that with you. Distraction.
Johnny, that's why your ass be getting out the gate. Come on. I gotta go get me there. Come on, Onyx. Y'all stay with me for a minute. Hey, dog.
She looked like the rapper, man. Trying to think, the battle rapper, Roxanne Shante. That's what she looked like.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Instead of stopping the stream, at around 5 p.m, driving her Ford Edge, Tanisha left her house with her 8-year-old grandchild sitting in the back.
Oh man. Not paying attention to the road. This bitch looking at. Okay, she ain't driving yet. Wait, she is driving.
Okay, he might get a little bit more motion. He might get a little bit more satisfaction because a lot of people don't fuck with me. A lot of people been waiting to see some exposure. That shit might pop, right?
Soon she was driving through the dimly lit streets of Chicago. It was rush hour and she was still hosting the box stream and interacting with the viewers.
The other girl was overseas. She was somewhere. I forgot where they said she was at. But this one, this is even dumber. It's dumb because this shit fully got your attention. Her shit, she was just talking to the screen to her friends and family, and they wasn't even talking back. This one, you got people interacting with you as you know. So that's even more of a distraction. Then you got your grandchild in the back, like. Use some fucking sense. You know, it's crazy, man.
You show all this, you still lost her. She's still gone. You still calling her pretty today, so clearly you can't handle no pretty bitch. You need to serve the police.
This behaviour, streaming while driving, was something that Tanisha had done on a regular basis. Rather than stopping the stream, she would just hop in her car and continue. Now, TikTok's community guidelines explicitly prohibit content that depicts or promotes activities that risk serious injury or death. This includes distracted driving. Streaming while operating a vehicle would definitely violate these policies, and Tanisha knew this. Many viewers said that Tanisha had put up a green screen behind her purely to avoid an automatic ban from the platform. This was something that she admitted to multiple times prior. As she drove around, she was actually interacting with two phones at the same time while driving. One was her live streaming phone, and the other she was using to message her friends and family. Over the course of just 20 minutes, it's clear Tanisha's main focus was
looking
the
at the
stream.
screen.
She was barely
looking at the screen.
Forward, constantly looking down to read messages and reply. Over the space of just 20 minutes, I counted over 100 times that she looked down while driving. Despite having her 8-year-old grandchild in the back, she just didn't seem to care. She wasn't even wearing a seatbelt, and neither was her grandchild.
Like, I don't approve of reporting on motherfucker, but this is a motherfucker you report on, dog. Like, quick. Like, first you ask him, is you in the fucking car with your grandchild? Then they confirm it. Because you obviously heard it.
One of our constituents and shooting him to death.
Cut this stream off and just drive. Play this simple.
Yes.
13 times in 34 seconds.
This, of course, was a deadly recipe for disaster.
Facts.
And when you play with fire, it's no surprise when you get burned.
Yeah, you bound to get burned.
At approximately 5:45 p.m., while looking down at her phone, Tanisha plowed into a pedestrian that was crossing the street at an intersection.
Hit somebody. Hit a person.
Located around 45 miles north of Chicago.
Fine Wine was talking about Ghost, right? Because Tansy was defending Ghost. And Fine Wine was like,
and these the people behind the wheel, bro. That's why I don't be trusting that shit, bro. I see a car, that should be up the street. I'll be like, I don't trust that shit. This motherfucker probably not paying attention. And like when you a skateboarder, and obviously you skateboarding in the street, you more prone to see bad driving, people bad driving before anybody, because you would be like, oh, this motherfucker about to turn, but they ain't turning their blinker on. You can see it before it happens. Then you'll see a motherfucker not paying attention, like, yeah, I'm not crossing the street in front of this motherfucker because this motherfucker not really paying attention and they're driving a vehicle that can kill them and somebody else.
What type of woman or what type of person would defend it? So he go and Fine Wine like, that's how y'all need to be, he say something like, that's how y'all need to be with y'all friend. Y'all ain't friends. Something he tried to say like,
Keep looking down.
Like, so, God,
Done hit a motherfucker. Dumbass.
She hit somebody?
Yeah. Stupid ass.
The pedestrian was
I don't know.
identified as 59-year-old Darren Lucas.
Probably.
Darren was on his way back from home, and he never saw the car coming. As she impacted him, the car came to a sudden halt, with her grandchild in the back asking what happened. Tanisha replied, "I just hit somebody."
Cause this bitch not paying attention. Yeah, bitch, you going to jail. How much time she do for this shit?
She gets out of her car, and the stream continues in silence for a few more minutes before ending.
Yeah. But they ain't giving no backstory. What time? How much time?
Police attended the scene after
Okay.
Tanisha called them that Darren was in a bad state. They rushed him to Vista Medical Center, but unfortunately, he passed away from blunt force injuries soon after. Police, of course, questioned Tanisha at the scene, and she told them that the light was green when she passed through and that she hadn't seen Darren until it was too late. She accused him of jaywalking. At the time, she declined to let investigators search her phone, so she was not charged and let go without any offences following a clean alcohol and drug test. Obviously, she didn't tell the police that she was live streaming whatsoever. Soon after this, she quickly privated her TikTok and changed her handle. When she unprivated it, she'd removed all the streams of her driving, as well as tried to cleanse the internet of any reference for live streaming in her car at all.
You ain't that smart.
Just as an example, when I was researching this, I found a Reddit comment from what looked to be a loyal viewer who seemed to have commented about the fact she was streaming while driving all the way back in 2023. It's only when I went back to this comment that I saw it was amended days after the incident, removing the reference of her driving while streaming. Shockingly, just 3 days after the accident, Tanisha again went live on her TikTok, and this time she asked followers to help her while she was on a mental leave. She said that her mind wasn't at full capacity and that viewers could help by donating to her Cash App. Absolutely horrible stuff.
Y'all already know me, right? So y'all know if my mind isn't in full capacity, it's hard for me to host lives. I won't really be here long. I won't be on live until my mind is on full capacity. So y'all, because I want y'all to have the,
Yeah, they about to lock her
they don't
ass
try to be able to
up.
have the part of me, you know what I'm saying, where
I'm surprised she ain't locked
I'm
up
not
now.
distracted or anything like that. Yeah, my Cash App up there if y'all want to support while I'm on mental leave. Like,
Trying
like
to erase the live
shit.
streams. Oh yeah.
But if y'all find it in y'all heart, if y'all wanna
Biggest
support
fall
it,
off
my
ever.
Cash App is right there.
They say. I don't know.
By now, the live stream showing her hitting Darren went completely viral and was sent to local law enforcement many, many times.
Yup.
Investigators quickly confirmed the authenticity of the clip and pulled surveillance footage from a nearby business that showed the traffic light was in fact red at the time of the collision. The footage of the live stream was also recovered after she was forced to surrender her phone, confirming that the video was recorded at the date and time of the crash. She'd literally filmed herself committing the crime. To try and get away with it is ridiculous. For a month and a half, it almost looked like she did get away with it. Until on December the 23rd, police teams arrived at her house and Tanisha was arrested for reckless homicide as well as aggravated use of a phone device causing death. Apparently, police found her in her home preparing to leave the country with several packed bags. Currently, at the time of saying this case only occurred like 2 months ago, so legal proceedings are still ongoing, but she's currently being held without bond and is scheduled to appear in court for a preliminary hearing on January the 27th.
She about to do 10. They might even add in obstruction of justice, trying to destroy evidence and shit. Man, so with that being said, like and subscribe so we hit that 100K today. Stay peaceful, productive, and positive. It's that nigga Mom, and much love.
Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses that comfort them when torment snoring. Like you in your own home without a home phone. I'm more like E.T., got a phone home past the moon. It's not a movie, I'm about to fly past it soon. Spiritually, I roam alone. Physically, I'm eating off a plastic spoon. Sometimes I get caught in the spur of the moment when ignorant niggas acting rude or try to be